Insert 35. The journey to Lalil was soothing and calm. There's just something about this place that makes you feel relaxed. Like all the weight has been taken off your shoulders. We arrived here last night and I already feel like I'm going to like it here. I woke up this morning and stood by the balcony. The queen outdid herself by choosing this house for us to stay at. It has such a beautiful view of the hills and the river. I wore my gown and slippers, then went outside. The smell of the soil was so enriching and natural. Funica. It's beautiful, right? Me. Yes it is. I don't know if it's because of its naturality or what, but it's just breathtaking. We arrived late at night. We didn't get to see such beauty. We are staying in a beautiful double-story house with a very beautiful garden, 6 bedrooms, bathrooms, 2 kitchens, a dining area and lounge. I felt like it was too big just for the 3 of us, but hey, the queen went all out, so we have to appreciate. Simi came with 3 cups of coffee. Simi. I read on the internet that you're allowed to drink 1 cup a day, so here's some coffee. Me. Thank you very much. We sat down on the table that's on the porch and had our coffee in comfortable silence. I got a call from the queen and I put it on speaker. Me. Good morning, my queen. Nay. Good morning, and hey, call me Nay. Did you sleep well on your first night in our beautiful soils of Lalil? Me. We slept very well, thank you. It is indeed a beautiful place. Nay. Thank you. My daughter will come by around 11 or 12 and she will show you around Lalil. Then you will come have dinner with us tonight at the royal palace. The king will also be here. He is looking forward to meeting you all. Me. Thank you very much for the invite and we are looking forward to meeting the both of you. We will be ready when your daughter gets here. Nay. Bye for now and enjoy your stay. She ended the call and we were given breakfast by some 2 ladies. Funica. I didn't know we had house helpers. Me too. See me. I saw them this morning. Me. This looks delicious. I'm starving. I dished up and ate immediately. Seems as if baby K will make me have a big appetite. I'm scared how fat I'll be in the next few months. Funica. You're finished already? Me. It was too delicious. See me. Since when do you like greasy breakfast? I'll dish up for you again. Me. Since baby K happened, and thank you. She dished up for me again and I couldn't finish the second plate. We stayed outside for a while and then I was the last to go shower. The princess will be here soon, so we have to be ready. Wore a long brown summer dress and brown sandals. I went back downstairs and watched TV as we waited. Funica was busy on her laptop while Simi was on the phone with Lawazi. I decided to call Bull and check up on her. After the drama that happened on the night of the party, she's just been sad and it's just not okay. Hello mommy Ka baby K. Bull, you sound better than you've been in the past few days. I feel much better. Well, it's because of a special somebody, Bull said as she giggled. So you patched things up with Menzi? Not really. Who said I need Menzi to make me happy? There's plenty of fish in the sea. Bull, hee this girl. I'll pretend as if I didn't hear that. I'm just glad you're happy. Yes I am. Why didn't you tell me Ketho is such a bad sleeper? My back hurts. Bull, she slept at your house. Yes, we were both too drunk to drive, so they slept here. Ntombi slept somewhere on the couch. When we woke up she was gone. She left a note saying she went to get a massage from Thando. We both know where that leads to. Bull, these girls, their relationship is on fire. I'm happy for the both of them. Hey. It's still weird when they kiss in front of me, but the more they do it is the more I get used to it. But anyways, let me go bath. Bye babes. Bull, we said our goodbyes and I continued watching TV. There was a knock on the door and Funica answered. A royal guard came in followed by a stunning lady who was dressed in a royal attire. She is the princess. She came in followed by other guards and a young lady carrying a suitcase. We stood up and bowed down her. You may rise and never bow before me again unless we're at the royal house, she said as she laughed. She told her guards to leave and they left. Her. Hi ladies, my name is Emihle Makais and you are, Funica, Simi and Nosipho, but I don't know who is who. Me. I'm Nosipho Funica. I'm Funica Simi. And I'm Simi Emihle. Pleased to meet you all. I believe we're all of the same age group, so you won't say no to a glass of champagne before we leave. Simi. I could never say no, but mommy to be here will stick to orange juice. Me. So boring. Emihle, you're pregnant. Congratulations. Me. Thank you. They had some champopo while I had juice and then she asked to go change. She doesn't want to wear the royal attire anymore. She feels underdressed because we're all wearing summer dresses. She came back dressed in a beautiful yellow summer dress and sandals too. Emihle, I figured we'd all need sun hats. The sun here is too much. So to the yellow bones, you'll be black when we come back. She gave us sun hats and we put some sunscreen. We went to her car and she drove off. Emihle, so let's get to know each other. You'll forgive me, I'm very talkative. I could just go on all day long just talking, so be free and talk please. I don't want to talk alone. I'll start. Well, I'm Emihle Makais as you know. Princess of Lalil. My mother is Nay and Nkosi Makais, is my father. I'm a daddy's girl, that's why I'm 25 and still haven't left home, nor am I even married. Some princes have come to ask for my hand in marriage, but my father just bluntly refused. He doesn't want to let me go. It's so cute yet so annoying. I don't know when he'll accept that I'm a grown-up now. Me. We're the same age. Emihle. See, and you're pregnant and maybe you're even getting married now, and here I am. This sucks. Me. I wish I was you. I'm pregnant but far from getting married. Emihle. Dad didn't even want me to leave and go to varsity. I studied at home. That's how boring and stuck up in life I am. Simi. You're in jail. Your father is hectic. Emihle, you'll see for yourself tonight. My mother had me when she was 17. She's 43 and not aging at all. They're both still so in love. It's strange and weird but cute. I want that for myself too, but I haven't found it yet. Funica, you'll find it soon and it will feel so right. You'll just know that, hey, this is it. Emihle, you sound so in love. Me. She is. They both are. When Emihle said she talks a lot, I didn't really think it was this much. She can talk. She spoke all the way to where she was taking us. We went to see different places in Lalil, the waterfall, restaurants, shopping centers and village garden projects. There was a lot of community work that Lalil was involved in and they were all a success. It was a beautiful place to be and their people were welcoming, warm and kind-hearted. Emihle, let's go to Kwajikaba. Don't lose your senses, the men there are delicious. We walked to Kwagcaba, it's a wood factory which was close to where we were. And indeed she was right, the men there were breathtakingly handsome. It's like they only hire fit and handsome men to work here. Guy. Entombi Kamkais, Nunezi Omul, Nigabingalala. Nani Zintokazi, Sanibona. One guy greeted and smiled at us, the smile on Emihle's face as he greeted and walked past us. Me, and then Emihle, let's just say Mount Hunzi is the reason why I always come to this factory. My father just thinks I enjoy working here, but nope, I don't work at all. I just come for sightseeing pleasure and leave. See me. And I thought I was crazy. This Mount Hunzi guy was really handsome and it was visible that Emihle was head over heels in love with him. He kept on looking at her too as he worked. Funica, I feel like he keeps on passing here because he wants to see you. Emihle, let's go before I faint. We laughed at her and she took us to the construction site where our shelters will be built. Emihle, this is the land that my father has offered. As you can see, some of the equipment has arrived and the building will start as soon as possible. What you ladies do is such a wonderful thing, and I'm really happy that the women of Lalil will get the help they need. There's a little shelter where some other women live, but it's old and not monitored. You'd swear it's a brothel. My mother has never liked that place. When she saw the woman drive on social media, she literally screamed and said she has found what she has been looking for. The help she needs for those people is the woman drive. She wanted to call immediately but had to wait for Dad. He's been in Russia for the past 2 months with some of my uncles, well, my father's. Well, I come from a very big family, so don't be scared when you meet some of them tonight. All my fathers are overprotective, you'll see them for yourselves. It's actually very funny and annoying too. Esbal is in her early 30s, but they still treat her like a 5-year-old. She's married, and when she was pregnant with her first child, they beat Kate so up. I mean, they are married of cause they'll fuck and have kids. She spoke and spoke. I have literally just known so much about her family in just a short amount of time. She is a radio, that's all I can say. She moves from this topic to the next. If you don't listen attentively, you'll be so lost. Worst of all, she speaks really fast. Emihle, oh sorry, guys, I told you. I speak a lot, so forgive me. Funica, no, don't apologize. We're still just amazed, that's all. Emihle. Anyways, you'll get used to me. Let me take you to a very breathtaking place here. My father took me there and he told me it's a very soothing place. I've been addicted to it since then. Me, can it be our last stop? I'm so tired. We've been traveling around Lalil and it was still just half of it. We had just a few hours till dinner and she took us to a small mountain near the lake. Emihle, take off your shoes or you'll slip and fall. We took off our shoes and walked there. She was right, it is such a beautiful, calm and cool place. I stood there and the tears just fell. I didn't speak nor even think a lot, they just came out. I sat down and let them be. There's something about this place that screams natural healing. Emihle, is she okay? She's crying. Funica, let her be, she needs this. She's been through a lot. They remained silent and I closed my eyes for a while. I let go of all the pain and all the weight that was on my shoulders. Mostly, I let go of all the false hope I had about Quanel accepting our child. I forgave him and forgave myself. I made a vow to be the best mother I can be to my child and be the best version of me. After all else has failed, I have come out with a great gift from God. Being with Quanel was one of the best experiences of my life, which I will forever treasure in my life. I learned a lot about him and about myself. I realized my greatest capabilities and grew not only emotionally and mentally but intellectually as well. I gained wisdom and strength. Our break up, that has been the biggest lesson of all. I will stand and walk tall, with my head held high and be the best version of me. We can go see me. We were about to wake you up. We thought you've fallen asleep. I laughed at them and we headed back to the house. Emihle, I have to wear the royal attire again. Let me shower. She knows her way around the house. We all went to our separate rooms and I checked on my phone first. I had missed calls from Menzi. I called him. Me, Menzi, I've been calling you. I wanted to check up on you. How are you doing? Me, I'm great. Hey, I've been busy all day so I didn't pay much attention to my phone. How are you doing? Menzi, I'm fine. I've decided to focus on Bool. Ketho doesn't want me, she made that clear, so I'll focus on Bool. Me, Wadla Fish Bow. Just stop toying with Bull's feelings. You treating her like a second option. Menzie. I realize what I've been doing is wrong and I apologize. She's just been acting different today, but I guess she's still angry. Me. I called her earlier and she was happy. Menzie. Too happy for my liking. I'm not the reason for that happiness and that's not a good thing. Me. Do you hear how crazy sound? Are you listening to yourself? Menzie. Chayu Zondi, men must think you own the world. Menzie. Don't get personal. Me. Don't get personal. You seriously think Bull's happiness depends on you? Only she can control and have an impact on her own happiness. She can create her own happiness. She can be happy with or without you. You should be grateful that she's happy and not burning your stupid ass. Don't take advantage of her, sweetheart. And if you're just with her because you're licking your wounds, leave that relationship before it's too late. Leave before someone gets hurt. Bye. Menzie. I ended the call and went to take a bath. I wore a royal blue dress. It was casual but formal as well, with black pencil heels. Didn't put any makeup on and put a short fringe weave and carried a clutch bag. See me. We've been waiting for you. You took your own time. Me. Sorry ladies. We went outside. Funica locked up. There were many black SUVs waiting for us and we were ushered into different cars. I greeted my driver and sat down and scrolled on my phone looking on social media platforms. We were traveling in a convoy. I got a text from Simi. I feel like I'm some sort of royal princess. I laughed at it and didn't reply. It did feel like we're some important, high-class royalty. The car stopped and the driver went out. Oh my word. He opened the door for me and put his hand out for me to hold. When I came out, he took my bag and gave it to a maiden behind me and held my hand as I walked towards where the family was standing. This is life, I tell you. The smile on Simi's face. Priceless. Her smile was not as priceless the smile the old but not so old man in front of me had. If I was still young and fresh and had to get married, I would marry you, beautiful dark African girl. What a beautiful black child, he said as he kissed my hand. The woman next to him smacked his hand and laughed. I figured she is his wife. Nay was standing next to Simi. She's more beautiful each time I see her. Nay, I'm glad you've joined us. I hope Emil didn't overwhelm you with her forever talking self. Funica. She was a great tour guide. We really enjoyed her presence. Simi. I must say, you have a very beautiful land. Lalil had been nothing but great to us so far. Me. We will indeed enjoy our stay here. It's a beautiful place to be. Nay, we could stand here all day and chat because the stories never end. Let's go inside, please. We went inside and the king was sitting on his throne. We all bowed down and they said some praises. King, you may rise. Nay went to stand next to him. King, welcome to Lalil, my daughters. S. Thank you, my king. The queen introduced us to everyone that was there. It was their kids, the king's parents, his brother Prince Maibongwe and his wife who is Nay's cousin. 2 of their friends who introduced themselves as Nasi and Belinda with their husbands. And there was Esbal and Kateso, whom Emil mentioned earlier. Once the introductions were done, we sat down at the lounge. Emil's grandfather seemed very fond of me. He was even sitting next to me as everyone spoke. There was a lot of noise in this house and most of it was coming from Emil and Bulabenko. See, they are the noisy siblings. I don't know how she does it, handling 6 children, let alone giving birth to them. I'm even scared to give birth to the one I'm carrying now. While we were all chatting up a storm, the helpers came in and told us dinner was ready. We all walked to the dining area, and to say it was big was an understatement. It was just too beautiful. King, So how old are you young ladies? Me. I'm 25 years old Funica. 24 Simi. And I'm 23 King, so you're the same as my pumpkin. Emihle. Dad, I'm not a pumpkin. You're embarrassing me in front of my peers. Belinda. You'll always be a pumpkin in our eyes Lathitha, I'm the pumpkin. She screamed and laughed, she was too adorable. She has no front teeth at all. Her mother Philo hugged her and she giggled. I discovered that Nay and my mother are the same age and they both had their first daughters at the same age. You could see that these people are very family orientated. It was such a lovely atmosphere to be around. They were fun people. Belinda passed me some wine. Me. No thank you. Belinda. You don't drink. Me. No, I do drink but I can't. I'm expecting. Nay. Oh wow. Congratulations. How far are you? Me. Just a few weeks. King. I hope you are monitoring yourself and taking good care of the little one. Who is the lucky man? Me. Mr. Zondi King. Quanal. Me. Yes, he nodded. I'm glad he didn't ask any more questions. They just shared a look. With his brother and the friends. Esbal. Dad, see how Emille's peers are pregnant now. She should have a child too now KJ. Esbal, you wanting Kosi to be on my case now. Luba. And he will. They all laughed and Emihle sulked as she argued with all of them. She called them all dad. I guess that's what she meant when she said she has many fathers. The noise here, if you're not a person who can handle a lot of noise then you wouldn't survive. Quenzo Kingson, so what made you start the woman drive? Simi. Our friend, Kethokul called us in for a meeting one day and she told us what she has been wanting to do. It was all her idea and we took it from there and made it a reality. We all took a plan and made it big, coming up with the ideas and implementing them, and the woman drive became what it is today. Nasi. She is the one who Bonga was representing. Me. Well, Mr. Bongani started off by representing me and then him, alongside with Advocate Zulu and Buthelezi represented Kethokul, Maibongwe. So the both of you have been in prison. Me. Yes, nay. Don't be ashamed about it, most of us have been there. She said so and there was great laughter. I couldn't believe that the queen has been in jail. Even the king's father, he had many stories to tell about his days in prison. Simi was so fascinated and laughing the loudest. Honestly, this was such a great night. I got to have fun and forget about everything. I think I'm going to love everything about this place. We didn't even realize how late it was now. Funica. What a lovely time we've had. Thank you for inviting us for dinner. The food was delicious and the company was out of this world. But we have to love and leave you now. It's been a long day. Nay, I'm sure you must be exhausted. Nosipho Zondi. Call the drivers please. Emihle. No need, I'll leave with them, please Dad. King. Only because I trust them. Emihle. Finally. The way she ran to wherever she was running to. They laughed and we were lost. Nay, she doesn't have friends, her father is too protective. So please take care of my princess. Me. We will. She came back with a suitcase and she had changed her royal attire. I took off my heels and walked barefoot. Belinda gave me a pair of sleepers. Me. Thank you. They walked us out and Emihle drove off. When we got home we were all very tired and resorted to bed. I didn't even take a shower, thank God I had no make-up, but also I just went to bed and slept. Insert 36 2 weeks later. Quanal's POV. It takes a cold heart to deny his own flesh and blood. To deny his own seed that he planted and deny its existence. It took me a full month to sulk and accept the decision that I made. As hard as it is, I had to do it. People may never understand my reasons for now, but in due time it will all make sense. Enteth. Time for feeling sorry for yourself is over. You have to leave now, me. I know, give me a moment. He was right, I didn't have time to feel sorry for myself. I needed to work and serve my time. I played an audio where Nosipho was singing, she doesn't know about this. I listened to it and honestly, I missed her. I missed her every second, but I cannot miss her. I need to cut all ties with her, it's for her own safety. Me. I'm ready, Enteth, sit on it. He held my hand and made me sit on the wheelchair. I hated this. Me. Do I really have to do this? Enteth. That's the only way we can have access to this man. Now focus. These idiots were taking advantage of my blindness. I had to act as if I cannot walk too. I needed to go undercover. I heard laughter and I knew it's those idiots. Me. Laugh one more time and I'm stopping. Vusi. Like you'd do that. You know you have to do this. I drank a glass of whiskey before they wheeled me out. The drive to the center we were going to was quite a long one. The car stopped, so I figured we were there now. Vusi. Okay, put these in your ears. You're connected to us, we'll be able to communicate until we're done. Got it. Me. Sharp. Who am I going in with? Enteth. With me. My name is David Kuzwayo and you are Peterson Kuzwayo. Remember, you are blind and cannot walk. You stutter a bit when you talk and you have a memory loss problem, understood? Me. Yes, but this is shit. I could have just exited in another way, Vusi. There's no other way. We went in the center. It was a home for all people with any kinds of disabilities. The man we were looking for was George James. He was once the owner of Diamond's Cartel and he is not disabled but using this home as a hideout. Enteth. Are you ready? Me. Yes, he wheeled me in and he was talking to the receptionist and getting us registered. Enteth. That was easy, me. I'm sure you bribed her. Enteth. You know me, this man is playing cards there. We're going to his table now. He kept on briefing the gents on standby outside. I heard shuffling and figured we're at the table now. Enteth. Gentlemen voices greeted back and I was able to identify George's voice. George. What can we do for you gentlemen? Me. Just a game of cards so we can get to know each other. I'm Peterson Kuzwayo. Does it ring a bell? George. It can't be. That man is dead. Enteth. Excuse us, will you? We have a lot to discuss with Mr. James here. George. Who are you and what do you want? Me. I did say I'm Peterson Kuzwayo. Now listen, what you will do is follow us to the emergency exit and we will be out of here. You and I are working together from now onwards and you will tell us where the diamonds of your last shipment are, understood? George. I'm not doing that. Enteth. You do still care about your daughter, right? Michaela. She's one fine dime. George. How do you know about her? I've kept her hidden and safe for years. Even I've never seen her before and you know about her. Me. That's why you were supposed to not have a child in the first place. Now we have her and you have what we need. Just an exchange will be simple without any shed of blood. George. You will not kill my daughter. He banged something which alerted the sirens of this place. Enteth. Fuck. We need to get out of here. Quanal. Can you hear me? Get out of there now. There are bombs in that room which are about to explode in a minute. You see me. We have to leave. I stood up and Enteth held my hand. This is shit. Enteth. I can't find a way out. Me. Fuck. Vusi. I couldn't get a hold of him. The bomb exploded and we fell over. I couldn't feel Enteth's hand anymore. I was inhaling smoke and it was getting heated. There's lots of fire, and I couldn't use my leg anymore. Me. Entethalelo. Entet. Silence. 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 Hashtag no see to say I'm happy would be an understatement. I am more than happy. I have no words to describe how great my stay has been so far in Lalil. The people here are so warm and kind-hearted. Throughout the 2 week stay we've had here, Emihle has showed us around the entire village of Lalil. The project has been up and running. The building of the shelters have started and we've seen the old shelter which some women stayed in and it was just horrific. We gave them documents to fill in so we can make their files and look through them. We have put the word out on social media platforms and the word has spreaded. Last weekend, Bul, Ketho and Entombi were here and they met with the royal family and got to see how far are we with the project. And everything so far has been a success. I couldn't be more happier. I was watching TV as they walked in and made a lot of noise. Me. It was so quiet when you weren't here. See me. Don't be a bore, plus we're leaving now. Me. Where are you going? Funica. We're going to PMB, wanna come? Me. No Emihle. Okay, we'll bring you and baby K goodies. They left and I stayed and stuffed myself with food. I'm just 2 months and a week pregnant and the baby bump is already visible. I'm always tired. And eating even when I'm not hungry, I eat. I didn't leave with them because I knew I was going to be a bore on their trip. I'll be tired when we've just only stepped into 2 shops. I watched movies and there was a knock on the door. Me. Coming. Where are my shoes? I'm not walking such a distance without my shoes. The knocking continued. This person has no patience. Me. I said I'm coming. Gosh. I walked to the door with one slipper on and I opened. Gosh. Who is this guy and why is he so handsome? He looked at me and smiled, showing his very white teeth and cute little dimple. Me. Hi him. Hello. Silence. 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 Why is he looking at me like that? Why am I feeling my knees getting weak? Please speak before I just faint. He clears his throat and digs into his bag. Him. Hi. I don't know if I'm at the right house but I'm looking for Miss Simlindel Fatolo. Me. She stays here but she's not here at the moment. Him. Okay, I will leave these documents with you. I was told to give them to her. Me. I'll make sure she gets them. Him. Thank you. He walks away. He didn't even tell me his name. Me. Excuse me. Hey. Hello. He looked back. Gosh, he's body. Me. I didn't get your name. Who will I say these documents are from? Him. I'm just a messenger. These documents are from the old woman's shelter. Me. Oh, him. By the way, my name is Lalil Budalazi. I nodded as he left. I was just starstruck. I watched him as he went to his car and drove out the driveway. Me. Lalil Budalazi. Cute name. I put the documents on the table and went through some of them. There was a knock on the door again. Maybe he forgot something. I quickly went to the door and opened. Shit. I bowed down and he told me to rise. He walked in followed by his bodyguards. He sat down and I didn't even know what to do with myself. This man is so intimidating. Inkosi. Hello my daughter, you seem scared. Me. My king. I was. Damn, since when did I stutter? He literally just laughed at me. I found myself laughing too. Inkosi. Call me dad just to make things easier for you. Where is that chatterbox of mine? Me. She went to PMB with Funica and Simi. What can I offer you? Something to eat or drink, dad? Inkosi. Something to eat. I don't eat sandwiches. That meant I had to cook. He changed the channel and watched soccer, while I went to the kitchen and started cooking for him and the guards. I gave them snacks in the meantime with juice. He came to sit at the kitchen counter while I cooked. This is so awkward. Nkosi, how's the baby? Me, the baby is okay and growing. Thank you for asking. Nkosi. And Kwanal? Me, I don't know. I haven't heard from him since I moved here. We kinda broke up. Nkosi. Let me guess, he didn't want the baby. Me, how do you know? Nkosi. I know a lot more than you think I do, my child. Being the man that he is and the type of world he is in doesn't allow him to have what his heart desires, nor is he able to live the life of a normal man. He chose that world and there's no turning back. Was he still talking about his blindness? He didn't choose his blindness. I was so lost. I was just confused. I continued cooking while I listened to him. Nkosi. See, as men we tend to do things for our own fulfillment, for our own success, and to have our name known out there. Therefore we end up getting into things which we will forever be tied into till we take our last breath. Things that can cause harm to our families, therefore we have to hide them for their own safety and protection. We take decisions that don't make sense to anyone else but ourselves. In the process we lose those we love and cherish, and we wish we could have normal lives, but no. When you born for greatness, it dwells in you, it triggers you to do the unthinkable, and you survive things that no normal man could have survived. See, Kwanal may be blind, but he is a great man. The things he does and the decisions he takes will confuse you and will make you hate him, but one day they will make sense to you. He just took my brain and threw it out the window. I've never been so confused and lost in my entire life. I just nodded and he laughed at me. I finished cooking, while he told me about how he met the queen and their love story. I dished up for him first, then dished up for the bodyguards and myself. Me, may I ask you something? Nkosi. Sure. Me, how do you know Kwanal? Nkosi. We come from a similar but different world. I could say we've worked together in a way. I nodded. Nkosi. You seem like you want to know more. Me, why are you so hard on Emihle? Nkosi. She's my first child, my first daughter, and I only want what's best for her. If I felt as if you weren't good for her, I wouldn't let her be friends with you. I only do what I do to protect her. I know I can't protect her forever. I know I have to let her go now, but I wanted it to be people that I trust. Now that she's surrounding herself with you, I ask you to take care of her. Me, I will. He asked for another plate of food and I dished up for him. I collected the dishes from the bodyguards and put them in the sink. Nkosi. You're a good cook, thank you. Me. Thank you. I took his plate and put it in the sink too. He stayed for a while and discussed the Woman Drive project, and he was impressed with the progress so far. Bodyguard. You have a call to take, my king. Nkosi. Code. Bodyguard. Read. He quickly stood up and took the phone from the bodyguard and they stepped outside. He was on the call for such a long time. When he came back and I had thought he had left already. Nkosi. Nosipho, I have to leave, my child. Take care of yourself and the little one. He gave me a brown envelope and left. I locked the door and opened the envelope. It had so much money in it. I made a mental note to make groceries and divide the money amongst the four of us. Where is my phone? I looked for it all over till I found it at the kitchen. I had so many missed calls from Menzi, Vusi, Simi and Ketho. What is going on with them? Arg, I have no energy to get back to them. All I want to do is just sleep. I went to my room and took a blanket and went back to the lounge. I'll sleep on the couch and wait for these girls to come back. I need to pee. I woke up hours later and rushed to the bathroom. When I came back, the girls were rushing in. Funica, we've been so worried about you. We called 1,000 times me. You left me here and you were going to find me here. Where's the food? Simi, did you hear from Menzi or Vusi? Me, I saw their missed calls but I haven't called them back. There's a handsome guy who came here and dropped these off. Emil, your father was here and he left a lump sum of money. Hey, why didn't you put extra cheese on this pizza? I said as I munched and they stood there like they've seen a ghost. Me, what's going on with the three of you? Emil, okay, sit down babes. We need to tell you something. Me, what? I went to sit down as instructed and they sat across me. My palms started to sweat because they were making me nervous. Me, will you talk? Simi was already crying and that freaked me out more. Funica, it's about Quanal. Insert 37. I needed to hear what they wanted to say. I didn't know what to think about at all. Me, talk. Emil, please breath. Nosipho. Funica, Quanal and Entev were in some sort of accident. 2. Bombs exploded in the building they were in and many bodies have been found dead, some burnt and their bodies can't be recognized. Me, and their bodies. Simi, they haven't been found. They are still looking. Funica, police suspect that they are part of the bodies which burnt to ashes. She sat down and cried. This is her brother and fiancé. She's bound to feel like the whole world is collapsing. I felt my stomach turning and the urge to puke. I stood up and ran to the bathroom. I vomited till my throat was sore. This can't be, it can't happen. Not Quanal, not the father of my child. Emil, drink some water. Nosipho, you need to be strong for your baby and for Quanal. Me, bring my phone. I couldn't even stand still. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I wanted Quanal to be right in front of me. I wanted to hold him and tell him I need him and I forgive him. I've been so angry that I didn't think such would happen. No one knew this would happen. How? It has to be some sort of mistake. Emil gave me my phone and I sat on the toilet seat and called Menzi. Tell me it is all a lie. Menzi, tell me it's a lie. I literally screamed, calm down Nosipho please, it's not a lie. We're doing everything we can to find them. Menzi responded, it wasn't the answer I was looking for. It wasn't the answer I needed to hear. Make sure you find them alive. Menzi, I shouted, I can't promise you that. It seems like no one survived in here. At least we need to find their bodies. Menzi, please don't talk nonsense to me. Don't. Look, I have to go now. I'll call you tomorrow morning. Try getting some rest. Menzi, and he ended the call. I tried calling him again but the call was rejected. I called Vusi but he didn't answer. I called Lawazi and he also didn't answer. I threw my phone on the wall. Emil, Nosipho please calm down, please. Funica, drink some water. Me, I want to leave, I need to go to Durban. Emil, I've spoken to my father, we will leave first thing in the morning. Me, Emil, I want to leave now, not tomorrow. I went to my room and packed one bag. I took my toiletries and car keys. Simi, wait for us then, you cannot leave alone. Emil, it's not safe for us to drive at night. I'll call one of the drivers to come immediately. Me, do so, I'm giving you 15 minutes or I'll leave without you. Indeed, they went to pack and were done before the 15 minutes ended. The driver arrived and we got into the car. Emil called the king and informed her about what was going on. He allowed her to leave with us. She was shocked but also happy. Emil, I guess my father trusts you guys, he just agreed without a fight. Simi, I have a very trustable face, Funica. No you don't, they laughed, and all I did was just listen. My soul and mind weren't here. All I needed was to be next to Quanel. See me. I have a trustable face, right? No see. Me. Sure, whatever. Silence. 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 I closed my eyes. Maybe when I close them it will hurt less. Maybe he will appear in my dreams and tell me that this is all a lie. Maybe I am dreaming right now. Is this real? Dear God, tell me this is all a dream. Tell me I am dreaming. It is a dream. See me. Wake up, Nosipho, we've arrived. The car was parked at Quanel's house. It was early in the morning. I looked at my phone and it was 3 a.m. My back hurt, I needed to lie down. Me. Why are we here? I don't want to be in this house without him, Funica. Lucy said we should come here. It's much safer here, and don't you want him to find you home when he gets back? I nodded and we went inside. There was Boole, Entombi and Ketho. I greeted them and went to his room. The scent of his cologne was all over the room. Me, Quanel. I laid on the bed and slept for a few hours. I woke up and went downstairs after showering. I got dressed in a black tracksuit and all-star sneakers. Me. Morning them. Morning Boole. I made breakfast. Me. I'm not hungry, Ketho. Sit down and eat, Nosipho. I won't repeat myself. I sighed and ate even though I had no appetite at all. Me. Any news? Boole. Menzie called and said they're on their way here. They'll tell us about any new leads they have. I nodded and continued eating. Speaking of the devils, they walked in following each other. They looked so dirty with ashes all over their bodies. Lawazi's arm was even bandaged. Me. Talk, Lawazi. Please sit down first. We all sat down at the lounge. Menzie. We have good and bad news. The good news being that we've found Enteth. He is at the hospital right now and he is alive. He wasn't badly hurt. He says he managed to escape, but his lungs were a bit injured, so that's why he is being kept at the hospital. We sighed in relief. The bad news had to do with Quanel, Funica, and Quanel. Where is my brother, Lawazi? We don't know. All we have is his jacket, which was burnt, and his burnt shoe, which was found lying amongst the ashes. The forensic team has took those ashes to see if they match with his DNA. All other bodies which were found don't seem to match his identity. The only thing we can work on is the ashes. Emihle. So what you're trying to say is that he is dead? Lawazi. Yes, and have we met before? I forgot that the gents don't know her. They introduced themselves and we sat in silence. Me. Have you told his family? Lucy. Yes. Gogish is all over Durban trying to get things done quickly so his body can be identified. Me. Take me there, Lawazi. You cannot be seen there. Nosipho. It's not safe for you, especially the gases aren't safe for a pregnant woman. Me. I'll go myself, Lucy. I'm coming with you, Emihle. Don't you want to shower, change and eat first? You don't really look or even smell clean, not in a bad way, but you need a shower. I laughed at how she tried to be less offensive but was offensive anyways. Me. She's right, you smell and look horrible. Lucy. Thank you very much. He wanted to hug us but we ran away. They followed each other going to freshen up while Emihle made food for them. Me. I remember when I cooked for Quanel the first time. He monitored me and was paying attention to me. I was confused why he felt how I cut the carrots rather than just looking. And worst of all, he didn't even eat that food. Well, maybe he did when I left, but I didn't see him eat it. I got a job to be his personal chef. Little did I know that I was working for a blind man. Little did I know that I'd fall in love with this very same blind man. I was so shocked when I discovered that he is blind. I mean, this guy was able to do most things himself. He didn't seem to be blind at all. The first few days I thought he was joking. As time went by, I felt sorry for him. The more time I spent with him was the more I accepted him and the more I fell in love with him. In just a short amount of time he had full ownership of my heart. He had won me over and made me feel like the only woman in this entire world. The tears flowed and I laughed. Me, look at me, crying over the same man who broke my heart. The man who broke my heart into pieces. Funny how he is the one who broke my heart and he is the one whom I'm longing for to put those pieces together again. He cannot just leave me in this world, he cannot do that. Funica stood up and went outside. I just sat there and waited for the guys. Once they were done with everything, we all left and headed to where this bomb attack took place. The place was still surrounded by police and families coming to check on their family members who died on the scene. It was a sad place to be. Me, isn't this a home for disabled people? Lawazi. Yes. I looked at them and they looked the other way. They have a lot of explaining to do. What were they doing here in the first place? I walked around and the police stopped me. Police. Ma'am, please move away from there. No one is allowed in here. Me, have you found the body of Lalil Zondi? Police. No ma'am, but we're trying to. Me, save it all, look for it myself. If I don't come back with him, then it will mean he is alive and suffering somewhere. You need to find him. I continued walking into what was left of the building. The smell in here was suffocating. I couldn't even see properly. Me, Lalil. There wasn't anyone responding. I couldn't find him, nor could I even see where I was going. The building was damaged and there were some bodies covered in here. I looked into some and it wasn't Lalil. Some I couldn't even tell whether it was a body or not. I puked. There was some shuffling under a huge wall that has fallen. Me, Lalil, is that you? Help, the voice said in a low tone. Me, help, there's someone in here. I couldn't carry the broken wall by myself. The paramedics and police came in and carried it. Me, it's not Lalil. I left them there and continued looking. I was coughing and my eyes were burning. Vusi, let's get you out of here. He's not here, Nosipho. Let's go. Me, he has to be here, he has to. I cried and he carried me out the building. We got into the car and he drove. Me, take me to the hospital, I want to see Ented. He nodded and told the others. We went to the hospital and the doctor told us he was awake. We got into his room and Funica threw herself on him. She was kissing his entire face. Ented, you're hurting me, Funica. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just happy to see you. She helped him sit up and she sat next to him. They all sat down and I stood still by the door. Me, how are you feeling? Ented, my body hurts but I'm okay. The doctor said he will keep me in here for 2 days. Me, that's good. Now tell me, what were you doing there? Vusi, I don't think it's the right time to be talking about such things. Me, I wasn't talking to you, Vusi. Entedalelo, what were you doing there? Ented, we had a mission. We needed to get a man by the name of George James out of that center. He wasn't disabled but was using the center as hideout. When we were with him and discussing a few things, sirens went on in Lalil and I tried to run away but all doors were closed. We were together. I remember I was holding his hand when the first bomb exploded. We lost contact. A building fell in between us and that's where I ran. When I managed to go over the wall separating us, the second bomb exploded and I lost conscious. I don't remember anything that happened. Afterwards, I woke up at the hospital. I don't know what happened to Lalil. I'm sorry, no, see me. What does this George guy have that you want? Lawazi. Diamonds, worth billions of rands. Me. Don't you have enough of those? Vusi. In the world we live in, there's never enough. We need those diamonds and we are going to find them. Me. Was Quanal head of this mission? Menzi. Quanal is head of all missions, he is our leader. Me. Don't you know that he is blind? That he shouldn't be physically involved in all these missions, things could go wrong. Things have went wrong, he shouldn't have been there. Lawazi. He's never there, well at times. This one needed him, he needed to be there, me, and look what happened now. Look where those diamonds got you and you don't even want to stop. Vusi. We won't stop a mill, till you all die. This is the same life my parents lived for the longest time and it's no fun. Dodging bullets, bombs, living in hideouts and all sorts of dangers you may think of, Vusi. I'm glad you're familiar with it so we won't be having any problems with you. Me. Unbelievable. I want to go home, Funica. I'll stay behind. We said our goodbyes and I got into the car with a mill. Vusi was irritating me so I didn't want to be around him. A mill? Are we at the right place? It's so full here. Me. What are you these cars doing here? There were 2 taxis and many private cars. We parked behind them, Menzi. Should me care to explain? He just walked into the house and I followed him. When we got in, the furniture had been moved in the lounge, it was replaced by bed mattresses and sponges. People I didn't know were moving around the house serving tea. I spotted Bonnie and grabbed her. Me. What is going on here? Bonnie. Please ask Momzog, I'm just doing my job. There was a young lady sitting next to the candle. She had a black doek on and was covered with a blanket. Doesn't the mother sit there if the deceased wasn't married? Anyways, who died? They can't be doing this for Quanal. His mom was sitting next to this girl. I'm about to lose my mind. Gagish came in and I went straight to him. Me. Baba, what is going on here? Gagish. You are here, Mandaloo. We've received sad news about my son. The forensic team just left. The ashes which were found near Quanal's shoes match his DNA. It is Quanal's ashes. I'm so sorry, my child. No, it can't be. He isn't dead. They did some sort of mistake. It is not his ashes. He didn't burn to death. Someone tell them this isn't true. Me. Where are his ashes? Gagish. In the urn in his room. I am still waiting for my elders to arrive and give us a way forward. We've never buried someone without his or her body. I need their guidance. Me. This is nonsense. This is nonsense, Gagish, and you know it. Momzo, is your son dead? Tell them he is still alive. Tell them, you haven't felt it, have you? Your son is still breathing. A mother knows. A mother always knows. Don't tell me you believe he is dead. Quanal is not dead. Momzo. Calm down, Nosipho, please, my child. The ashes are his, I screamed, and this girl sitting next to the candle just cried out so loudly. I looked at Gagish. Me. Who is she? Gagish. Quanal's wife. Me. Quanal's what? Tell me you are joking, Gagish. The both of you had separated. Quanal had to get married soon and we had found the woman he would marry. Pity this happened before they met. Me. You will mourn a man you've never met. A man whom you don't even know one single thing about. You will marry a dead man. Are you insane? Her. He is my husband. Me. Husband, my foot. Get out of here. The only person who should be sitting there is me. I am his girlfriend, the mother of his child. And he was going to marry me. I don't know who you are or where do you come from, but if you're still there when I come back, Lord have mercy on you. I went upstairs to Quanal's safe. These people were crazy. They were dragging me into his madness. Quanal is not dead. I can feel it. He isn't dead at all. I unlocked his safe and took out his gun. I went back downstairs and she was still sitting there. This girl is testing me. I took out the gun and pointed it at her. Momzo, Nana Yam. Nosipho. Don't do this me. I want each and every one of you to stand up, take your belongings and get out of this house. In 15 seconds, I want you out of here. Momzob and Gogish stay behind. I looked at Menzi and Vusi, they were cracking up in laughter. People stood up and took their things. See me. Hey. Leave the food. I put the gun down once they have left. What did I just do? The look Gogish gave me, gosh, I just embarrassed him. Gogish, my son found one crazy woman. A strong woman that is. Tell me, what should we do, my child? Everything is in your hands. Me. What do you mean? Momzob. His lawyer contacted me. He told me we cannot do anything without your permission. Everything Quanal owns, everything in his name belongs to you. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Why would Quanal do this? He cannot be dead. He cannot leave me with such a huge responsibility. Me. No, there has to be some mistake. Gogish. There's no mistake. Nosipho, he is serious. This is too much for me to handle. Me. I don't know what to do, but what I ask of you is to not give up yet. Let's wait for at least a week and take things from there. We cannot give up, just not so soon. They agreed with me and Momzo prayed. We needed to hold on just a little while longer. Quanal, please come back to me. God, show me something that can prove that he isn't dead. Just give me something I can hold on to. This is too much for me, I can't do it alone. Insert 38. I did